Okay, so I'm going to read our word problem, which is, Miss Zorros has 105 stickers to share evenly with her students. If she has 8 students, how much will each student receive equally? So we can tell this is a division problem, and we are going to be looking for the quotient. So first, whenever we're doing a word problem, we want to underline or highlight our key terms or numbers that we will be using throughout the word problem. So first it says Miss Zorros has 105. So I went ahead and I highlighted 105 because I know that that's the total amount. Then it says she has 8 students. So I went and underlined 8 because that is how many groups we will be dividing our stickers into evenly. So now I'm going to share my screen and take you to our base 10 blocks. So first, what we are going to look at is our base 10 blocks. This is a unit. This means 1. And this is a long, and this is composed of 10 units, which make up a long. And this is a flat, which is composed of 10 longs. So 1 unit is a unit, 1 long is 10 units, and 1 flat is 10 longs. So I'm going to delete this so we can start with a fresh screen. Okay. So we have a flat, which is 10 ones together, which is also 100. But since we have 105, now we have 105. So our problem is 105 stickers divided evenly by 8 students. So now we're going to break down our flat because we know that we can't divide our group evenly into this flat, which is 100. So we're going to bring out 10 longs. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now we have 10 longs, which make up our 1 flat. So this is 100. Okay, so now we have 100 in our 5 units. So we have 105. And so our next step is to regroup. So we're going to bring down our 10 longs, but since we only have 8 groups, I'm just going to put them into 8 different spots. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 2 longs over here. So now I'm going to regroup our 10 longs, and we're not going to get rid of our 5 units because we still need these because we have 105. But since we are going to regroup our 10 longs, we are now going to bring in 10 units for each long. So now for this long, I'm going to bring 10 units. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So these 10 units now make up our long. So now because we have our 10 units, we can go ahead and just get rid of this long and just push it to the side. So now we have our 10 units. Sorry, it's taking me a minute on the computer. So now we're going to do the exact same thing for our other long. So we need 10 more units. So for this long, we need 10 more units. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing over here. So we have our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now that we have 10 units, I just made up this long. I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of this long so it doesn't confuse us anymore. So now we have 8 longs and we have 10, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 105 right now. So now because we have our 8 groups, we're going to divide these units into our group. But we want to make sure we do them evenly. So I'm just going to start by giving every group 1 unit. 1. And I'm doing this because I don't want to give a group too many at the beginning, because I want to make sure that each group has an even amount. Okay, so I realize that now we have 11 in each group. So I'm going to go ahead and add 2. We'll do 3 and just see it first. So we're going to have 3. So now each group has 3. And looks like we have 1 left over. So because this is 10, now we have 10, 11, 12, 13. And remainder 1. And the leftover is called a remainder. And we can't put this unit in any other group because then they wouldn't be even. So now that we look at our longs and units, we can see that for our 8 groups, each group would receive 13 total stickers with remainder 1. So now I'm going to work it out on a piece of paper to do the standard algorithm. And so, doing the standard algorithm for the problem, you have 8 divided by 105. So, and I broke it down into the hundreds, tens, and ones column. We know that 8 can't go into 1, so we're going to go ahead and put a 0 above our hundreds place. We do know, however, that 8 can go into 10, but only 1 time. So 8 times 1 is 8, so we're going to put the 1 in the 10 spot, and we're going to write a subtraction sign, and we are going to put the 8 again in the 10 spot and draw our line. 10 minus 8, we know, is 2. But we look and we see 8 cannot go into 5. So we have to bring down our 5. And so now we have 25. So now we have to think, what number times 8 will get us to 25? But we realize that 8 times 3 is 24. And that's the closest we can get without going over. So now we have 8 times 3 is 24. So our 3 will go in our ones column. So we subtract 24, which gives us 5 minus 4 is 1, 2 minus 2 is 0. So we have 8 can go into 105 13 times, and we have 1 at the bottom, remainder 1. So then we're going to write remainder 1 at the top. So 13, remainder 1. So now we know that 105 divided by 8 is equal to 13, remainder 1. Sorry. Which is exactly what we have up here with our base 10 blocks. We have 8 groups with 13, remainder 1. So this is just another way to show standard algorithm in our base 10 blocks of how to use them to find the quotient of a number.